Hello everyone and welcome inside of the Raw Juice Studio for another episode of Attack Wrap. I'm your host Matt Sanderson and we have Mark Woolley and Barret Kirwin going to be joining me in just a couple minutes here. But for the time being, let's go and see what's happening around the Ontario Hockey League. We'll start with the OHL On the Run Player of the Week. And he comes from the London Knights, and it's Connor Mcmichael. And 8 points in 2 games he had, and he's second in OHL scoring right now with 34 points. He's got 19 points in his last 6 games. He's been on an absolute warpath. 17 goals, 17 assists on the season. And oh yeah, those 34 points only over the span of 14 games right now for him. So he's been lighting the lamp quite a lot. We'll go over to Attack Player of the Week, and it's Matt Phillip. Matt Phillip, 11 points on the season for him. 3 games, 3 goals over those 3 games, and +3 on the season, or in that span, excuse me. Third star in Saturday night's loss against the Sarnia Sting. He's +7 on the year, and he's played 15 games currently for the Owen Sound Attack. Let's go over to league standings. We'll start in the Western Conference. And the Owen Sound Attack currently sitting 1 point behind the Windsor Spitfires for first place in the Western Conference. But there's also a tie with the Flint Firebirds and the Saginaw Spirit, all at 20 points. The Erie Otters sitting in 5th place, and they're only 2 points back of first place with 19 points. Then the Knights are a point behind them. The Storm are a point behind the London Knights, and the Kitchener Rangers are a point behind the Guelph Storm. And as you go to Sarnia and the Sioux, there's really only 8 or 9 points separating the first place team from the 10th place team in this conference. So right now things are just in an absolute logjam. We'll see how things break down over the next couple weeks. Let's go over to the Eastern Conference. A little bit more spread out here as the Oslo Generals still running away with things. However, they have suffered another loss on the season. They're 12-3 on the year. They've got 24 points. And the Ottawa 67s are actually tied with them. You have the Sudbury Wolves and the Peterborough Petes both at 22 points. And then the Barrie Colts at 21 points. And then this is where things start to separate a little bit. You've got the Hamilton Bulldogs at 6 with 17. The Ice Dogs behind them, 4 back. The Mississauga Steelheads in 8th place. And then the North Bay Battalion with 6 points on the year. And the Kingston Frontenacs, only 1 win on the season, 2 overtime losses, and 1 shootout loss, for a whopping total of 5 points for them. All right, so we'll go over to league scorers now, and it's Arthur Kaliev from the Hamilton Bulldogs. He's got 36 points right now, 19 goals over that span. Quentin Byfield, 33 points. Sean Jostling of the Sarnia Sting, he's got 31. Cole Perfetti in the mix with Nick Robertson. Jen Janik as well. You've got Tyson Forrester, Marco Rossi, and then there's 5 players tied with 25 points currently right now for 10th place. And then we go over to the Owen Sound Attack, and Aiden Dudas leads the way, 22 points on the season for him, 7 goals, 15 assists. And then Sergei Popov, Brady Lyle, Barret Kirwin is tied with Aiden Dudas for the most goals scored on the team right now. He's got 15 points on the year. Matt Phillip, and then you've got Dalen Grew, Adam McMaster, Carter Robertson, Ethan Burrows, and Denny Gore rounding out your top 10 for scores for the Attack. And we'll go over to upcoming games now. And as we go over to upcoming games, Saturday, Woolies Warriors night. We'll talk to Mark Woolley a little bit about that here in a couple minutes. Home against the London Knights, and then home to the Erie Otters Sunday afternoon. And then they're in Barrie on Thursday, and then Friday they take on the Guelph Storm in Guelph, and then Saturday home to the Kingston Frontenacs, and that's how the rest of their November schedule pans out. The OHL top performers of the month, we will show them each month. The OHL picks a certain amount of players that were exceeded expectations for the month, and Arthur Kaliev, he wins that award right now for 36 points on the season, 14 goals, 25 points in 12 games. As we switch over to Defenseman of the Month, it's Noel Hoffenmeyer of the Ottawa 67s, 25 points on the year for him and a +16 on the season. And the OHL Rookie of the Month is Mason Mctavish from the Peterborough Petes. 18 points on the year in 14 games. He got off to a very good start in his OHL career. And finally, we have the goaltender of the month is Hunter Jones from the Peterborough Petes. He's got an 11-2 record, 263 goals against average, and a 915 save percentage. And academic players of the month, we will bring this up. And from the Eastern Division, it's Shane Wright with the Kingston Frontenacs. The Central Division, it's Pacey Schulting. I don't think I even said that remotely close, but from the North Bay Battalion. Zach Terry with the Guelph Storm in the Midwest Division, and Cole Perfetti from the West Division with the Saginaw Spirit. So, as I already mentioned, we're going to have Woolies Warriors Night coming up this Saturday. We'll talk to Mark Woolley a little bit about that initiative, as it's obviously for a very good cause. And the Owen Sound Attack, they ended up picking up 3 points of their 6 points that they wanted to really pick up last week. With all that being said, and despite the losses, we still have them sitting in second place right now in the Western Conference. Things going pretty good for the Owen Sound Attack. We'll go and pick the brains of Barret, Kirwin, and Mark Woolley here in just a little bit. We want to throw out our first trivia question. Let's see if we can get this one done and early out of the way. It's for this coming Saturday's game against the London Knights, and it's Barret Kirwin won 2 Owen Sound Attack year-end awards last season. We want you to name them. So if you can tell us both of the names of the awards that he won last season, then you'll win a pair of tickets to this Saturday's game against the London Knights. And who wouldn't want to go and see the London Knights against the Owen Sound Attack, as it's such a storied rivalry? And hey, Owen Sound right now currently 1 up on the London Knights this season with a win at the Buds, so they're looking for a little bit of redemption there. The Knights are, and Owen Sound wants to continue their dominance at the Bayshore. But we still have a lot more on the other side of the break, so please do stay with us. If you have any questions that you want me to ask these gentlemen, maybe you don't want to call in, you can tweet me at @MattSanderson32 on Twitter, or you can also call in and you can ask these gentlemen some questions. Also have the opportunity to win more tickets later on in the show. So stay with us, maybe go grab a refill of your drink, some popcorn, come back here, more on the other side of the break for Attack.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hick Talk, start the clock.
Critics everywhere agree you need to watch Letterkenny.
That's a Texas size 10-4.
Deftly crafted and oddly poignant.
We are in the platinum age of television.
Crave has every episode.
Can confirm.
Of every season.
Get it? Got it. Good.
Now that's a show.
Letterkenny, now streaming. Only on Crave.
OHL action on Rogers TV.
And welcome back, everybody, inside of the Rogers studio. Matt Sanderson alongside Barret Kirwin and Mark Woolley. Guys, thanks for joining me.
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
All right, so we do have a caller already on the line, getting those phone lines ringing early. Good to see. We have Joel on the phone with us. Joel, how are you tonight?
I'm good, thanks.
Do you have the answer to our trivia question?
I do. It's the Pat McCreevy Award and what's the other one? The Butch Keeling Memorial Award.
Absolutely, yeah. Pat McCreevy Award for Unsung Hero and Butch Keeling Award for MVP of Playoffs. So congratulations. Joel, you win a pair of tickets to this Saturday's game against the London Knights. Should be a very good game. Do you have any questions for these guys?
No comments, just crush those hated Knicks this weekend.
All right. So thank you very much, Joel. Stay on the line so we can get all of your information.
Thank you.
So yes, we start off obviously on a good note with you guys upcoming against the London Knights, and I think that's always one that's circled in the calendar by every player each season. But let's talk a little bit about last week's game, guys. It was arguably one of the lower weeks that you guys have had all season long, and you still came out of it with 3 points. Barret, if you look at starting with that Flint Firebirds game, what was maybe something that you thought you guys did good on and something you could have improved at?
I thought we played really well in the first and second. As a team, I think we have to work on closing games out and really finishing strong, but it's all about just staying focused.
And I know you mentioned the fact of obviously closing games out. It's a tough one, the way that it happened, Mark. But despite the fact this is a very good Flint Firebirds team, no slouch by any means, what was maybe something that you, from the defensive front, were able to take away from that game as a learning curve?
Yeah, obviously they didn't have much until the third period when they got on the board, but yeah, we did a good job of shutting them down. But like Barret said, playing the full 60 minutes, and they're a good team this year, so we got to respect that. And we already beat them once, so they came in hungry for 2 points that night.
All right, so let's go and show you the highlights from Wednesday night's game against the Flint Firebirds.
The attack will clear as the man advantage for Flint ends. Dudas quickly through the neutral zone in the middle, drives towards the net. The fans here thought he scored. The horn is going, but the ref is waving his hands. No goal. And the defensive long stretch pass from Barret finds Dudas, who drops the pop-off, tries a chip fire and they score! The attack still on the power play here, controlling it. Pop-off tries a shot, that's kicked away. Rebound! Dudas scores! And as we mentioned in the pregame show, it's been years since the Flint Firebirds or Plymouth franchise even have won a game here, but a turnover now. Chance for Flint and a goal. Heading back towards his own goal. Cheevercobb chips it off the board. It's kept in at the line by McCourt. Shot comes through, and they score from the blue line. Shot comes from Robertson. That's deflected high and wide of the Firebirds' goal. Speed at the blue line. Pop-up. Pass across the groove. But Dudas scores! Plays it back to the point to Koliachanov, but it does get out. Empty net here for Kirwin over the blue line. Tries a shot. He hits it wide of the net. On the half board now, it's Koliachanov. 14 seconds to go in regulation. The pass comes across, and momentarily there, Oxenko kind of shot. They score! Oh my, the puck comes right back out and it's stuffed in. And we're tied here with 9 seconds to go in regulation. Drop pass intended. Philip there will get a break here. 2-0 for the attack. It's Philip and Barret. Barret down the left wing. He looks for a shot. Glove save, rebound. And Oxenko will clear over the red line and through the right wing into the attacking zone now. Moves around Drew. Oxenko to the middle. He scores. And just like that, the Flint Firebirds win 4-3. The Flint Firebirds stun the crowd.
So first of all, we do want to apologize for quality of audio there, obviously. If you weren't already aware, we did not broadcast the game on Wednesday night, so we kind of pieced things together so that we could still at least give you some highlights from Wednesday night's game. So if you're wondering why it was a little wonky, that's one of the reasons why. But now we'll go over to the game on Friday night. Obviously a bounce back game for you guys. You've played very well on the road so far this season, Mark. Coming into the Odd, obviously it's a well-known place to you guys. You were able to take care of business though.
Yeah, I thought we played really well to start the game again, and obviously it's a tough barn to go in there and get 2 points, so that's credit to us for doing that. But we had a little bit of a scare, kind of the same thing as the Flint game. We need to work on closing out games, but we were able to get the job done, fortunately. So.
Barret, one of the big things about the offensive core on this team is that you guys are so deep. Are you helping that despite the fact of maybe there is a little bit of a blip on the radar with you, maybe not closing out games? It kind of helps that you guys are scoring the way you are?
Yeah, I feel like we move the puck around pretty good, especially in my line. I think we have a lot of chemistry and everyone can put the puck in the net.
All right, so without further ado, let's show you Friday night's game against the Kitchener Rangers.
Simon Motu fires a shot, tipped in front right on Guzda. Stepien spins back to the boards. Bergfist back at the point. Bergfist fires a shot, stopped by Guzda. Puck goes over the Owen Sound net. Damiani into the slot, puts it towards goal. Stepien can't score. Rebound comes to the side of the net and goes wide. Puck loose out in front. Arbor Jackeye. Backhand pass back into the Kitchener zone. Barret Kirwin's away with it. Kirwin stopped by Ingham. Top of the circle. Far side Gore. Back to Robertson up top. Kirwin waits, shoots, scores. Dudas gets there first for Owen Sound. Works it off to Pearson, and he regroups in the neutral zone with 40 seconds left in the penalty. Pearson, Dudas scores! Denny Gore controls in the slot. Kirwin scores! Heads into the netting. Petizian, Odovainen shoots, he scores! Ville Odovainen gets the Rangers on the board. Pressured by Dudas. Damiani works it ahead. Tipped off the stick of Declan McDonald, goes in behind the net. McDonald scores! Lyle pulls, waits, tries to shoot. Declan McDonald's on a break. Declan McDonald in. Fans on the shot attempt. Taken away, and away goes Barret Kirwin. Sorry, that's Matthew Phillips scores! Rebound comes to the side of the net. Yancey picks up. Petizia one-timer, and Matt Guzda comes across. Back to Mark Woolley. Popov shoots, tip, they score. Adam McMaster.
Come away with a good W there. Barret, you obviously jumped in, got a pair of goals that night. Mark, an assist from yourself as well. It seemed like an all-around good game. Barret, you were mentioning a little bit about your line. Do you think with how early you guys have started off with that chemistry that's making such a difference for your game?
Yeah, for sure. I think that just every practice we work as hard as we can and really get to know each other and, what people like. And, it's really good for us. So.
That first goal, obviously, a little bit of patience there. You tucked it back towards yourself and then shot it top corner over top of Kitchener's netminder there. Those kind of pressure situations, are you just, what were you necessarily seeing there? Kind of walk us through that a little bit.
We were just moving the puck around very good, and I got a pass from Carter, and I was just able to wait the D out, and he slid under, and I just was able to get a shot on and went in, so I guess got to continue to do that.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll go over to Saturday night's game against the Sarnia Sting. Obviously, a very good game for a very amazing cause as well. Tell us, what do you guys think of the jerseys?
I thought they were awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're cool. Very simple this year. Obviously, that lavender look as well. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. Mark, we'll start over here with you on this one. I think from the drop of the puck, Sarnia came out with obviously a purpose in this one.
Yeah, they've definitely been playing well lately, and we knew that going into the game. So I think they've won like 7 of their last 8. So we knew they were going to come, and fortunately we weren't necessarily ready for that. So they got up to a 2-0 lead after the first period, and we tried pushing back a little bit, but they credit to their goalie. I think he made like 40 saves or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't end up getting the job done, so we'll get them back next time we play them.
All right, so let's show you the highlights from Saturday night's game against the Sting.
Good evening.
Lineup, so Sedley in. Here's McMaster over the line to Pearson. A shot glove save made, and a good one by Ethan Langevin. Sting were making a change. It's up the right wing to Pearson. Pearson in front, Mcmichael, and another big save from Ethan Langevin. And it's picked up now by Sam Bitten. He flips it out, skipping puck. McGregor chips it ahead. McGregor going to the net to his backhand. He scores! Ryan McGregor, the Sting captain. Dudas quickly hustling to it, gets the puck to Popov. Popov got knocked down. Could have been a penalty there. Fans wanted one. Here comes Reese shorthanded. Jamison Reese, a shot, he scores! Jamison Reese! McGregor, one-timer coming, deflected out, and here's a chance, a breakaway, shorthanded for Matt Phillip. Phillip coming in shorthanded, scores! Matt Phillip with a much-needed goal, his second shorty of the season. Mast over to McGregor. A dozen seconds left in the penalty. Reese, one-timer, jostling, held it, rips it, scores, and it's a power play marker to restore the 2-goal lead for the Sting. Ahead to Aiden Dudas, out across the line. Sting can't touch it, they do tag up, and now Owensound's got to be careful. Stinger coming at them, and Robertson, or Woolley I should say, turned it over. Bitten goes for a shot, he scores! Sam Bitten picks the corner, and the Sting stretch the lead.
To get back to 500.
Here's Kirwin coming in. Kirwin across, they score! Phillip at the side of the net gets his second of the game. The blue line Lyle will stop it, and that will do it as the Sarnia Sting will defeat the Owensound attack 4-2 here tonight, and the Sting continue a strong roll after a slow start. Now winners in 7 of their last 8.
All right, so as I already mentioned, 3 of 6 points on the week, but as the old adage goes, you basically wipe the slate clean, and it's obviously a new week. Guys, from what I hear, had a pretty good practice today. Let's look a little bit forward to this week and the off season and whatnot. You have the game coming up on Saturday night. It's obviously a rivalry game against the London Knights, but it's also Woolies Warriors night. And Mark, we saw this in the off season. We saw your initiative that you started on Twitter. Tell us a little bit about this, because it's for a really good cause, but I don't think a lot of people know as much as they would like to know about it.
Yeah, so I've been type 1 diabetic since I was 12 years old, and once I got into the league, I kind of always had in the back of my mind that I wanted to kind of start something like this to kind of help kids and raise awareness. And my captain in my rookie year kind of showed me with his mental health thing, Garrett McFadden.
Yeah.
So he basically kind of showed me the ropes and anything that's possible. So this summer I was in contact with my media girl from Guelph, and she offered to help me out with it, and basically from that point on we kind of got things rolling and just went from there.
And how much have you already currently raised through the Woolies Warriors initiative?
Just over 10 grand I think we've raised.
Nice.
We got that huge donation from Bumstead Insurance the other night against Flint. They had a great donation of $9,000, and then we've had a couple other smaller donations as well. So yeah, I'm very appreciative for every last little bit of support we get.
Barret, obviously very close with Mark Woolley. Obviously, you guys are billets. You came over from the same team last year. What does this initiative mean to somebody like yourself and what you've seen Mark go through?
Oh, it's amazing. Seeing what he's accomplished, and he's been by my side, I've been by himself side for a long time, and I think we're really close friends, and I'm really proud of him.
I think where you said obviously it really started with McFadden's movement, and Garrett McFadden, obviously a great ambassador of the game as he is. Barret, was that kind of one of the things that you also noticed of his drive and his dedication to be able to go and really start something that he was truly passionate about?
Yeah, like I said, he's a great leader. A lot of the guys looked up to him, like Mark, and really opened the doors for Mark, and he really opened the doors for me. And I decided to become an ambassador for Garrett McFadden's movement, and it's amazing what he's accomplished, and credits to him.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's amazing. With all the bad things out there on social media, it's great when you can actually see it being put to good use for a change, and that's obviously these two initiatives. Some of the really cool things about social media. But let's talk a little bit about off-season work, guys. Barret, for yourself, you seem like you came in here with a little bit of a spark this season. You've got 15 points on the year. What do you think of your start, and what in the off-season kind of helped that?
Yeah, obviously my line mates have been really smart out there, and especially defensemen. We got a lot of skilled defensemen giving me the puck in the middle, and I'd give a lot of credit to Matt Phillip. His speed and his drive and his work ethic really pushes me to be the exact same, and hopefully we continue to have the success like we've been having.
Very, very quiet guy from what I hear, but he's a heck of a hockey player on the ice, that's for sure. Mark, from your end on the blue line, what have you done differently in the off-season to enhance your game?
Yeah, I think it's just get faster, bigger, stronger, simple things like that, but just being able to jump up in the rush a little bit more. I think is big for my game. I think it's pretty obvious that I'm a defensive defenseman, but it's obviously pretty fun to be out there and go get some points too, right? So just kind of working on that complete game was one thing I want to work on this summer.
Absolutely. All right, let's quickly throw out the other trivia question here for the next set of tickets, which are for the next game, Sunday afternoon, against the Erie Otters. And it's Mark Woolley was named in the 2018-19 coaches poll. What category did he get named in? That's what we're looking for. So this one's one that you kind of have to do a little bit of research on. Let's see if anybody can get it here. We'll throw it out a little bit later as well. Mark, gotta say, I think your style of play obviously is well known. You're coupled with Andrew Barret, and a lot of times you guys are known as guys that can really wear down the opposition. Is it nice having a guy like him out there as well to be able to kind of equal things out?
Yeah, it's really good. I love playing with Perry, and we've kind of been working with the coaching staff as well to kind of, is that shutdown pairing, and we proved it Wednesday night against Flint. Like, their top line, Delandria, first-round NHL pick, didn't have anything until the third period pretty much. Yeah. So it's definitely good to go out there and play with him, kind of have that similar style with me, but like I said, he can bring that offensive ability too, so it's good. I like playing with him.
And is I have to ask, is the after practice skills that Joey Hishen's working on with a lot of you guys, is it paying off?
Yeah, it's definitely working out for everybody on the team. Obviously, some guys like myself probably need that stuff a little bit more than others, but yeah, it's definitely good. Hish puts a lot of hard work into that stuff, and we all appreciate it.
Barret, has there been somebody already this season after the improvements with the skills after practice that you're like, holy crap, like, I didn't know that he could do that?
Oh yeah, Mark.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, Mark's been he's been succeeding in that aspect in the area of the game, so it's really good.
I gotta say, Brady Lyle a couple weeks back in that shootout there, I didn't realize he had those moves either as a defenseman. So obviously Hishen's doing something pretty good with you guys there. We'll throw out the trivia question quickly one more time here before we go to break, and let's bring it up here. Mark Woolley was named in the 2018-2019 coaches poll. What category did he get named in? I'm pretty sure if you go on the OHL website, you should be able to find this. But Google can be a very fruitful thing. Do you remember that? Which one you were?
I know, yeah.
Okay.
I know what it is.
All right, cool. So we encourage you to stay with us. Still have a lot more on the other side of the break. Going to get a little bit into the segment of Bears Den, see how well these two gentlemen know each other, seeing as they bill it with one another. Who did we have in last week on the show? Whoever it was, they did a really good job. Griffin Wilson and Seed, yeah. They know each other pretty well. So let's see if you guys can match that. But stay with us. We still have a lot more on the other side of the break. More of Attack Wrap. Stay with us Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. But hold on, there's still more.
Looking for great seats to all the action? Rogers Super Sports Pack delivers. With NBA League Pass, get up to 40 out-of-market games every week, all season long. More dunks, more slams, more to love, live in HD. NBA League Pass, part of the Rogers Super Sports Pack. All this for only $35.95 a month. Order through your remote on Channel 431 or call 1-888-ROGERS-1 today.
You're invited to join us on the couch, first Tuesday of the month for the 5th anniversary season of your loved local LGBTQ talk show.
Hi, I'm Sharon Skelly, host of Community Close-Up. Please watch us every week here on Rogers TV.
All right, welcome back, everybody, inside of the Rogers studio. Barret, Kirwin, Mark Woolley in studio with us. Now it's time for a segment of Bears Den, and basically these two gentlemen I'm just going to fire questions off to them. They're going to see who knows each other better. Griffin Wilson, Nolan Seed were on the show last week, and they basically came away with a perfect record. We have Dalen Grew and Aiden Dudas later on in the season as well, where they want to try to hold their perfection from last year. Hopefully you guys don't know each other as well as those two do.
I don't know. Pretty close.
I guess we'll have to see. We'll start with a question for Mark Woolley about Barret Kirwin. Barret, I want you to write down the correct answer here too. I want you to tell me, Mark, how many siblings Barret Kirwin has.
Easy.
All right, flip them around. Two brothers.
Even names in there.
You even gave names too. Impressive.
Bears Den on there, underline. Look at you.
Bears Den.
Your parents wanted to go with the trio of Bs, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Do they have pretty good hockey mindsets as well, or?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, especially my older brother and my younger brother. So.
Yeah. Cool. All right. This one is going to be for Mark Woolley. This is actually going to be a question that I'm going to compile with what we learned about you last season. What does Mark Woolley want to do if he doesn't become a NHL hockey player?
Easy.
Flip these around. Firefighter. I know you still have the co-op there.
We do it together now, actually. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I hear that they do a good job there of
it's fun.
teaching you guys the ropes.
Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. Okay, you guys much into video games?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. If when you're playing against Barret Kirwin, what's the one team Barret doesn't want to play against in NHL?
Like play against me in?
Yeah.
Spell check.
Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah.
Not even Winnipeg, just both Jets.
Wow. Is he just too good with them?
I'm amazing with the Jets.
Yeah.
Never lose.
Who's usually your team?
Like, I beat him with Nashville a lot. Like,
yeah, I hate playing Nashville.
he always gets rattled, and It's funny. It's
Yeah.
fun to play.
Okay. Let's say, what is Mark Woolley's favorite dessert?
Oh, I don't know.
Honestly, love every dessert. Like, this isn't a fair question.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not.
All right. So,
I have a pretty big sweet tooth.
Give me 3 of your favorite desserts. Then. You don't even need to write them down. You can just say them.
Like, okay. I'm a pretty big ice cream guy. I like that. And then I like pie on like Thanksgiving. And then, I don't know, like pretty much anything you put in front of me, I'll eat. So.
Dude, don't really complain.
Yeah,
much,
I'm not, like, I don't eat seafood, but pretty much anything other than that, like, I'll eat anything, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, we'll go the opposite way and we'll say, what is Barret Kirwin's favorite pregame meal?
Oh, okay.
It's terrifying how accurate you guys are. I'm watching like the pen strokes and it's like simultaneous. Flip it around. Alfredo pasta with chicken and barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive.
Pretty
That
up.
actually sounds really good.
Yeah, no, I tried it and lights out.
Yeah?
Lights out.
Nice. Might have to go home and make myself some Alfredo pasta with chicken and barbecue sauce. Okay. Who is... we'll do a free, like a wild card question. This is just for no points. This is about the team. Who has the worst taste in music in that attack locker room?
I don't know.
I gotta think of it.
We only have
I know-
like
I
one
know- I know
guy
who it
play
is.
music, so.
I know who has the worst taste. No. I know a guy who doesn't listen to music. Like, barely listens to music.
Doesn't listen to music. Can I try to guess? Is it Guzda?
Oh, no.
I actually have no idea. Like, we just
Yeah.
have one guy play music on the speaker all the time,
okay.
so.
Who you said there's one guy that doesn't listen to music?
Yeah, that's Matt Phillip.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Barely listens to music.
Wow.
Seems like a very straightforward guy. Then.
Yeah.
Always
See?
dialed in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You guys, Timmy's or Starbucks?
Oh, I'd go Starbucks, but it's all the way on the other side of town, so Tim's.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tim's.
What is
Cheaper.
Mark Woolley's go-to drink at Tim Hortons?
You better get this right. Size and everything.
Oh.
Large iced coffee. Very good.
Iced.
It's the same thing.
Okay, we'll do this the opposite way and go Barret Kirwin's go-to drink.
Oh. I'll put size and everything, too.
Yep.
Better not throw a change up at me.
All right.
Nice.
Flip it over. Medium ice cap.
Yep.
All right. Guys are...
I know, because I'm always paying for it, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He offers, so,
Oh.
you know,
Well,
can't
that's
turn
nice
that
of
down.
you.
I mean,
Exactly.
he offers, you know, it's hard to say no, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, it would be pretty mean if I said no. So,
I'll pay for one.
yeah, I got you next time.
All right, cool. I'm glad that you guys were able to figure that out here on on Attack Wrap. Let's see. I'll give you a couple more questions. I want to try to give you harder ones. You guys are playing. These are pretty easy for you. Okay. What's Mark Woolley's least favorite team to play against in the Ontario Hockey League? The team like you can't stand playing against.
Oh.
If he has a couple, that's fine too.
Do you even know that?
I don't know. Not really. don't have one. Like,
You hate them all?
No, like, I don't really care who we play as long as we win. Like,
Okay, fair enough. All right. All right, we'll go this route then. What was, or were you were obviously there for Wooley's first career goal, right?
Oh, yeah.
I want you to tell me Mark Woolley's first career goal and what team it was against.
You don't know this?
I remember, a long time ago. I remember it, though. Is it?
It's bar down. How do you not remember it?
Or you can even go, like, if you know the date, too. That's
The date.
If you don't get this, I'm going to be so disappointed in you.
I think I do know it. I think they had yellow on their jerseys.
All right. Hamilton in October. Very nice. See, he did get that.
You had me worried.
I know. I couldn't tell if it was Sarnia or Hamilton.
Good guess. Sarnia was my first fight.
It was a bar down. Bar down.
Yeah, I recall it was a nice goal. Yeah. All right.
Offensive.
Yeah.
Joining the rush. Look at him go. Speedster.
Yeah. All right. We'll say, okay, this one's for the coaching staff. And this is a wild card one. Who's the funnier guy? Jordan Hill, Joey Hishon, or head coach Alan Letang? Who's the funnier of the three coaches?
Funnier. I don't know. They're all beauties.
Yeah, they're all funny too.
I'm gonna go. Hopefully the coaches don't see this because I don't get benched or something.
Around Hishon, eh?
Yeah.
Just because he
he's
so young, just really feels. He's like part of the boys sometimes.
Yeah, closer to your guys.
Yeah, closer to our age.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll go with one last one. We'll do Barret Kirwin's first OHL career goal.
You weren't even in the league.
I wasn't in the league.
But he should know this though, right?
I have no idea. Can I get a conference? Can I get a hint?
Okay.
I wasn't in the league, so.
Okay, give him a hint then.
Western.
Was it at home?
No, it was there.
Is it in the Midwest Division?
No, I don't need that much. That's cheating. Would I just take a guess? There's only 10 teams. 1 in 10.
Sue?
No way.
Wow.
Look at us,
That's a Sioux Greyhound.
Wow.
You literally had no idea on
I
that?
had no idea. No, I don't even think I've ever seen his first goal.
Jeez.
He just scores so many now, and I'm just so used to it.
Yeah. Impressive. Well, gentlemen, I gotta say, you guys did a pretty good job there.
Thank you.
Perfect record.
We expected nothing less.
Yeah. So.
All right. So looking forward to the rest of this season. Obviously, it's one of those things where you want to maintain kind of the role that you're on right now. What is maybe something that you've kind of learned, Mark, from this coaching staff that has really maybe helped this team be put in the position that they're in?
Yeah, I think they kind of established a hard work ethic since training camp, and obviously that's going to bring teams a long way. As skilled as we are, we come ready to work every night. So especially in our barn, that's going to be hard for other teams to come in and outwork us every night. So that's one thing I think the coaches have done a great job of, is just making sure we're always working our hardest and we never lose puck battles and just small things like that.
Barret, I was told by somebody in Attack Brass the one day of the difference this year with a lot of the coaching staff is that everything's done with a purpose. And even like an example was like a morning workout is done with a purpose to better this team. Is that something that you've even definitely noticed this year?
Yeah, for sure. I think all of them know that it's going to be a process and a learning curve, and we take it day by day. And just like today, just little things, and just like Mark said, winning puck battles, and all that will come a long way.
So this one is for both of you guys. Mark, you can answer this first. Tell us a little bit about this rookie core. This is kind of a surprising rookie core. You kind of see the guys that are involved, and they're contributing maybe early on in ways that you possibly weren't expecting.
Yeah, they're doing a great job, and full credit to them. They're coming to the rink every day ready to work, and it's paying off, obviously, as you can see. But I think our older guys are doing a good job of helping them kind of get used to the league and kind of helping them get into the mix a little bit more. But yeah, they're doing awesome, and hopefully that continues for them.
Barret, a guy like Ethan Burrows, who's really stepped in, he's established himself right now, 9 points on the season. Is that something that you guys maybe weren't overly surprised with coming in like out of preseason or out of training camp, or was it maybe something that you were surprised with early on how well he succeeded?
I don't think anyone's really surprised. I think he came in with a purpose, and obviously he got invited to U17, same with Caleb Lawrence, and congrats to those guys, they deserved it. And I think every single one of them has worked hard, and they're going to be a key part of our team moving forward here.
Absolutely. All right, so now we also were able to catch up with assistant coach Joey Hishon after the game against the Sarnia Sting, and we'll throw it down to Mark McKelvey, who was standing ringside with him.
Mark McKelvey standing ringside with Owen Sound Attack assistant coach Joey Hishon following Owen Sound's 4-2 loss here tonight to the Sarnia Sting. And Joey, an interesting week for your hockey club, some ups and downs. You came into tonight's game off a big Midwest Division win last night in Kitchener, and here tonight you guys came out firing. You put 19 shots away of Ethan Langevin in the first period, but he came up big early. And did you feel that, did he have your guys' number here on this night, and did that those big early saves kind of change the tide of this game?
Yeah, you know what? You got to give him credit. He played very well. I thought, like you said, we had chances early to take a 1 or 2 goal.
Mark McKelvey standing ringside with Owen Sound Attack assistant coach Joey Hishon following Owen Sound's 4-2 loss here tonight to the Sarnia Sting. And Joey, an interesting week for your hockey club, some ups and downs. You came into tonight's game off a big Midwest Division win last night in Kitchener, and here tonight you guys came out firing. You put 19 shots away of Ethan Langevin in the first period, but he came up big early. And did you feel that, did he have your guys' number here on this night, and did that those big early saves kind of change the tide of this game?
Yeah, you know what? You got to give him credit. He played very well. I thought, like you said, we had chances early to take a 1 or 2 goal.
All right, well, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Needless to say, I'm pretty sure what assistant coach Joey Hishon was going to continue on with. Obviously, had some insightful words. The one thing that you guys haven't done is, after a loss, you haven't really fallen off. You've kind of bounced back in a nice way. Barret, is that maybe something that this coaching staff has preached to you guys? You know what? It's a loss. Forget it. Just move on to the next game.
Yeah, I think almost all of us have been working on a short-term memory, and we don't let our highs get too high or our lows get too low, and we've been just even keel throughout the season. And it's a process, like I said before, but we'll learn and get there.
All right, let's try to quickly throw out that trivia question again here too. Get this pair of tickets given away. This one's a little bit of a harder one. This is for the tickets for this Sunday afternoon's game. Mark Woolley was named in the 2018-2019 coaches poll. What category did he get named in? And I will give you a little bit of a synopsis of what this coaches poll is. Basically, every season, the coaches throughout the Ontario Hockey League vote on different players for different categories, what maybe they might excel at, and they do, I think it's like a top 3 and then an honorable mention, I think.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking for. I know we only have about 8 minutes or so left here, but I'll give you a hint on it. It's something that he does very well in the defense, or in his own zone with the Owen Sound Attack. Gets in front of shots very well. I've almost given away all of it there. So you just have to piece things together from there. So that's what we're looking for. If you can give us the answer to that, you win a pair of tickets to Saturday afternoon's game against the Erie Otters. Mark, you look at this Western Conference, and we were even mentioning it before you guys came on the air with us. The fact that the first place team and the 10th place team are literally separated by 8 points goes to show you the parity in this Western Conference this year. What do you make of it?
Yeah, obviously it's a tight group there, and that shows how important those games are, like last week. So obviously when we lost to Flint, we took a little bit with a grain of salt, and we're going to get them back. But yeah, even going into this weekend, we have 2 division games, and they're huge. Like 2 points can make a huge difference in the standings. Like you said, we have 3 teams tied for second right now. So every game is huge right now, and we got to be ready to go every night.
Barret, would you say maybe one of the things that stands out against this offensive front for Owen Sound is the fact that, yes, you might not have a huge superstar like you did last year with, or that Owen Sound did for a period of time with Nick Suzuki or whatever the case was, but now you have 4 lines that can be rolled out at any time with skillful players. Do you think the depth is something that really plays a part in this?
Yeah, it's important to have depth in this league, and our fourth, our third, our second, our first have played really well throughout the season, and we can trust anyone out there. And obviously, some games it might not work out, but we just got to continue to get better on the ice and off the ice.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have Keith on the line with us. Keith, how are you tonight?
Not too bad.
Do you have the answer to our trivia question?
I think so. He was nominated as best shot blocker.
Absolutely, you're correct. Best shot blocker, tied for 3rd with in the Western Conference there. So that's what we were looking for. Congratulations, Keith. You win a pair of tickets to this Sunday afternoon's game against the Erie Otters. Should be a very good one, seeing as the Otters are currently 1 point behind Owen Sound in the Midwest Division. So without any further ado, do you have any questions for these guys?
Not really. Just keep up the good work and keep playing the style of hockey you guys are playing. It's very exciting to watch. Just keep it up.
Thank you. We appreciate the support.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Keith. Stay on the line so we can get all of your information. And he actually touched on something very good. I think this attack team is probably one of the fastest or the quickest teams in the Ontario Hockey League. Barret, is that something that you guys really try to take a lot of pride in, obviously getting the puck up in the rush and creating opportunities?
Yeah, I think we're very fast and skilled, and we use that to our advantage. And every game it shows on the ice, and we just got to continue to play fast and use each other. I think we're probably one of the most skilled teams in the league.
Yeah, Mark, one of the things that I've seen as well is even the defensive front. You guys are creating a lot of offensive opportunities, a lot of offensive chances coming into that rush with with those forwards in front of you. Is that something that you guys have really tried to improve on even from last year, this defense jumping in, having kind of that offensive mind too?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of the things our coaches preach on us, especially Hesh, is always value the puck. So we don't like to be a dump and chase team, and we always want to have the puck on our stick and be able to make plays constantly. So yeah, it's nice to be able to have that third layer from the defenseman and kind of be able to contribute a little bit.
All right, so before we go here, guys, give me a personal goal that maybe you've set for yourself, or maybe an expectation for yourself, Barret.
I don't know, just like kind of, I think all my goals are based off team goals. Like I said, sure. I want to be a playoff team and, win a championship here in Owen Sound. And, this town is awesome. I praise it well, and the fans are great. So I want to give them, we want to give them something to cheer for.
Absolutely. For sure. And Mark, for yourself?
Yeah, same thing as Barret said. Like, obviously I want to win a championship here, and I think we have a group here that could definitely have a chance at that. So just keep working every night. And personal goal, I think, obviously for me comes with team success as well. But it's my draft year, so obviously I want to continue to kind of play my game and hopefully get noticed by some NHL teams, and we'll see where that takes me in June.
Absolutely. Are you gonna have family here Saturday nights?
Yeah, I have a lot of people coming to help out with the auction and everything that's going on that night, so there's gonna be a lot of people.
Before we go, can you kind of elaborate a little bit of what you have really entailed?
Yeah, so basically there's gonna be tables set up for fans to. There's going to be a bunch of auction items like jerseys, sticks, a bunch of different stuff they'll be able to choose from. And then we'll have a table set up just for donations as well if you don't want to bid on the auction. Anything is appreciated. And then at the front entrances, I believe we'll have boxes set up for gently used clothing and other small like household items to be donated towards Diabetes Canada. So there's lots of stuff going on Saturday, and it's exciting.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it should be a real good one. So if you have the opportunity to get out there for that game, I highly encourage it. And obviously, Woolies Warriors night should be a very fun game, and hopefully you guys come away with some points. So we wish you all the best this week, and I think I say it as well as a lot of other Owen Sound Attack fans, you want to be able to crush the London Knights. So
yeah,
that's the first game plan.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, once again, we really appreciate it. And we encourage you to join us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. 1 hour show here for Attack Wrap with myself, and I'll always have two special guests, obviously giving away tickets and a lot of fun stuff, kind of your opportunity to get to know these players, ask them a little bit of questions here and there, and really get into the mind of what it's like to be an Owen Sound Attack player here in Owen Sound, which I think is really overshadowed in the grand scheme of things. It's a great place for hockey. So, guys, once again, thanks a lot, and have a good rest of the night.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so and we thank you very much for joining us, and be with us next week where we'll have two more special guests. Until then, take care for Attack Wrap.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
From coast to coast, all across Canada, there's something very special going on. It's time to show your support. Time to spread the word. Time to demonstrate your commitment to safe and sober driving. Join thousands of Canadians and tie a ribbon on something or someone you love. And take the time to have a real conversation about impaired driving. Mad Project Red Ribbon. Tie it, wear it, show it, share it, live it. Find out more at mad.ca.
Hobbs and Shaw. You want a war? You've got one.
I got your back, brother. I need you.